We start in 5 minutes, I suppose.
One more time, the microphone was not there. welcome everybody. My name is Schrambini and we talk today with the founder of Sportbot, the first ever moving ball machine. That is gonna be the topic for today. We'll jump in. I think he should be there already. Yes, he is. I'm just unmuting myself here and there, and Toni is already ready. We jump in, we go over to the interview scene, and I can say welcome to Toni. I hope people can hear you now. Yes, perfect. People can hear you. I need to put your sound a little bit less loud here, but that should be done in a second. Give me this. I hope people can hear you quite well. So welcome, Toni, the founder of this incredible machine here in the back, the first moving ball machine that you came up with the idea. So we will have a short, more or less short interview with a lot of questions. I see a lot of people already in the chat asking some stuff, and I'm also curious about certain topics. But before starting with the interview and starting with all the questions, I would like to ask you to introduce yourself shortly and give the viewers a short insight about yourself, how you came to the tennis, if you maybe not even playing tennis, I think so, but yeah, just give the viewers a short introduction.
Yeah, just a short introduction. So my name is Toni. I'm the founder of Sportbot. It's the world's first moving tennis ball machine. I am a tennis player. I started playing tennis when I was around 16, so rather late. I had the ambition to become a professional, I suppose, but I quickly saw that to become a professional, you have to start a bit earlier. So the players were quite advanced at that time. So I kind of took that recreational route and focused on my studies instead. So by being a tennis player, I'm also an engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer. And this is actually the project that combined those two passions together. So engineering and tennis kind of mixed into the Sportbot.
Yeah, that makes totally sense. And lightning here, that's good. So that makes totally sense. So I'm actually, I never thought about the idea. I mean, the idea that I'm still thinking, and maybe you can give me the first insight on your take on why there is no machine that picks up the balls. I mean, we're talking about ball machines. I mean, nowadays it should be not that easy to create a machine that can track a ball, which is laying down on the ground, just pick it up. I mean, it should be easy, but why is there no actually ball machine? Because I think that's going to be an insane topic, and probably for you also, as the first moving ball machine, kind of, it's just the reverse ball machine. It's just a ball pickup, but with the same movement already, and the smart ball machine that you can use also with an app to adjust certain things. We come to that topic a little later. So why is it so hard, or why is no one done this before?
The devil is in the details, they say, right? There was a project, I think it is an American project, called the Tennisbot, and this is a robot that picks up the balls, and it's an interesting project for sure. But I was also thinking about this, like nobody wants to hit 70 or maybe even two basket, 140 balls and then pick it all up, right? Mm-hmm. It's a tedious process. But creating such a machine, you know, there's nets, there's ditches for water around the tennis court, on clay courts. So this is where the machines can get stuck, and it's it's in the details. It's in where the difficulty lies. So, but it's most definitely a project for the future to pick up the balls as well.
Yeah, well, what do you think? How long does it take till someone comes up with a ball pickup machine? Like, just, I mean, how good is that? You just practice and then you sit on the bench and you press the button and the guy goes. Well, and
depends on what kind of features do you want, right? Any product I mean, if there's no brains, so if there's no electronics, such development can take a year, maybe half a year to a year to get a really solid product out. But once you have electronics, once you introduce such complexity, not only into the product, but into the business as a whole, right? You need to manage the supply chain and so on. Then things can take 2 to 3, 4, even 4 years to create a solid product that can be then distributed.
Can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. So coming back to the machine at itself. So you started. When did you start to come up with the idea? When was the first kind of action that you took with the machine?
Yeah, everything started during the coronavirus. I'm sure you remember we had those crazy restrictions, right? We weren't able to. We weren't allowed to play with other players, even tennis. Like you're so many meters away, but still we weren't allowed. So at that time, I practiced with some of the standard ball machines that are on the market. So it was the Slinger, it was the Spin Shot, it was the Lobsters, and so on. But then I saw that there is much to be improved. I'm not the kind of person that gets bored quite easily, to be honest, but some of the ball machines were like good for 15, 20 minutes, and then it was kind of do the good old stuff, or just repeat, and it got boring. And I assumed it's going to be even more boring for most people. So this is when I started thinking about how can I introduce something new, what could be dynamic, what could be fun, what could be fresh. And then the idea for a moving ball machine came to mind.
So just like kind of 3 years ago, and as you said, it can take like between 2, 3, or maybe in 4 years from the first thoughts till kind of finalizing the product. The ball machine is not on the market yet. You cannot buy it yet. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can only pre-order it right now. It's in pre-order stage. Yeah.
Okay, pre-order stage. So when is the release date for the machine?
It is late this year. It was initially this summer, but we postponed it because we are testing it on different courts, which is different behavior, of course, and we want to make sure it's a top quality product. So
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. What for me is very interesting, and that's what we're talking next about, the smart. It's like a smart robot. So we're talking about a ball machine that you can adjust with the app, and you can adjust the speed, you can adjust the spin, you can adjust like I also saw like just kind of you can put a random mode. The machine like goes to a certain spot and shoots a ball at you, and then you hit it back, and the ball machine runs to the other side and puts a backhand slice kind of. So you can create like rallies, which is insane to think of. And also like for me, it's what is as a coach very interesting. You can really practice patterns that are that are your game patterns. Let's say you hit a ball into the opponent's backhand, like a short angled ball, and the opponent will hit a backhand slice back. And then you have to go around and play a forehand, like inside in or inside out, like a typical pattern for like a guy that is using his forehand a lot and has a good slice, maybe even slicing into the backhand of the opponent, or at the ball machine slices back, and then you just go around and then just rip that forehand. So that's kind of interesting for me to be able to create these rallies more realistic, because of course as the ball machine is standing in one corner and just the best is just moving right or left. This is all what they can do nowadays, most of them, and also most of them it's tough because you cannot adjust the spin. So with the Slinger, as also I have one, for me always tough because it has one spin, and the Slinger has quite a lot of spin. And for the beginners, it's not that easy to really adjust to it. It takes time, or you need to have the ball machine on your same side and just like popping the ball out easy and slow. So you need to adjust slightly, but very interesting. So give us a short insight. What is capable? What is the machine capable with the app of producing on court?
Okay, so the app is structured in a way that's easy for tennis players and coaches to use. The first option is a warm-up. So you place the machine wherever you like. You just press it on the app where you send it. And then it gives you random balls on the forehand and backhand just to warm up, right? There's the second option to use it as a standard ball machine. You can adjust the speed, spin, slice, height, and tempo, and oscillation, of course. Then there's preset drills. So these are the most common shot patterns that happen during the match of tennis, right? Then you can create your own drills. So you create a sequences of shots. Let's say like you mentioned before, you say to the machine, okay, move to the left side and play a low backhand slice ball. Then move to the front and play a high top spin on my forehand and so on. Then play a short ball, or maybe go forward and attack me, or go back and be defensive and play a high ball, right, onto my backhand, which is a weak shot. So you're able to program different styles of drills that suit you and that will then help you to prepare yourself for your opponent or similar, right? And then you have the final feature, which is a play match. So you tell the machine, okay, you decide where you want to move, what shot you want to play, and you just set a limit. Okay, I want to do 30, 40, 70 balls. It's going to be a long rally, but
okay. Yeah. I mean, we have seen long rallies also in Wimbledon yesterday. Probably also you watched the final, but it's very interesting for me. The next question is, how fast is the machine? How fast does it go from one sideline to the other sideline? How is that realistic as a human, or would you say it's slightly slower?
Right now, it does 3 seconds from the center to the left or either right side. This depends on the court a bit and can be improved and will be improved, but right now it does in 3 seconds. So this is a shot and a half of, let's say, competitive tempo, I suppose, for most people.
Got it. Interesting. I mean, as I said, like that is moving already. It's great, a great idea, and for me, definitely want to look into that project. And whenever I have the chance, I really want to test it and see what is possible, because what I really do like is the ability of really adjusting speed, spin, and also height, because the ball machine, for example, you cannot tell the ball machine to put up a lob kind of to play a topspin volley in the same kind of amount where you really want to hit some forehand. So hitting 2 forehands and then a topspin volley kind of, for example, just also for the small kids, make the approach to the net. Very interesting that the ball machine can actually do that, and I can stay on my player's side and they get exactly the same ball, because with the coaches, I mean, I'm coach now for 20 years, and I would say I'm able to feed balls, but it's so hard to feed the same ball twice.
Yes.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, for those who have never feed balls, if you have like 4 balls and you try to aim in a circle, I would guess you don't like, if you're standing at a T line and you're hitting in a circle that is like probably like 2 square meters in front of the baseline, you're not able to put like 3 out of 4 balls in there. I mean, the really good coaches, they can, of course, but it's very tough. So the ball machine, of course, if it's accurate and puts the ball exactly the same spot with exactly the same spin, that's also interesting, because you can just practice your shots better than if the coach just has a little bit of variety, which is also good at times, but not always. So I'm just jumping in some questions now from the chat. If you have any questions in the chat, feel free to put them in. I'll just go through some of them. Of course, members will get the questions answered for sure. So the first question was really in the beginning, like what if it was a vacuum cleaner or a mower that inspired you for that project?
The vacuum cleaner, it's actually very sophisticated. It was an inspiration for me. I was looking into different technology of vacuum cleaners. Yeah, that's very good observation. Yeah,
very nice. Then how many balls does fit the Sportbot now? How many balls
18,
can you put?
18. There is a container, a basket of balls. It's for sure, but there's a not shown here on the picture, but there's a foldable container, right? It's not like the ones that you have where it's just a big piece, but it can actually fold, so you can put the machine in the trunk, so it's easy to transport, right?
Got it. I mean, if it's pre-order now, how much is the pre-order? How much does a person have to pay for it to get the machine? What is the price after the pre-order? What is the pricing at the moment, just to get a brief idea? Because I know, of course, even the good ball machines, they're about €1,000 already now, but they're not moving. So just give it a short insight about your pricing.
The reservation fee is €350, and the base price for the early bird users is €3,550.
Okay. And then after, what are we talking then after? What is the pricing that you were thinking that it will be like, let's say in 1 or 2 years?
4,000 to 5,000 euros is going to be a base price. Okay. We'll see how much features we will add, what the players and coaches will like. So this will increases complexity, and we'll see.
I can imagine. Yeah, I mean, of course, with the coaches coming up and also the players, they come up with ideas. I'm also thinking what kind of really ideas you can use on the court, what kind of special stuff you can do with the machine. And of course, it's nice because as it's smart, you can just put an update on your phone and then update the thing inside, and then you can just like go faster, or like, you know, you can just do certain other things. And what is also interesting is that you can create in the app probably like some challenges that you play against other players around the world, and doing a certain pattern, and then just measure how good you did it, or like how fast you did it, or how much balls you made in the court. Or I mean, that's just there's so many things that I can imagine that you could
Imagination is the limit.
Yeah, 100%. What is your like, because you're more into details about the imagination and what could be possible. Where's your like kind of, if you would say a crazy thought, where does that go in like 2, 3, 4, 5 years with the machine? What are you looking into? Like, of course, making maybe faster, or making it like what are the thoughts that you're playing around with?
The grand vision is to simulate a real match, like for real. So with all the data that's now available, that's recorded in each match, the dream outcome would be to play against Djokovic at Wimbledon 2023 final, play against Alcaraz, play against all those top guys, and being able to simulate it with the machine in your app. So it can be done, of course, but it's gonna take some time. But that's the vision, and we'll see if people will like it, if the coaches will like it, and then we'll see how it goes.
Makes sense. I mean, serving is probably not possible with the machine. Service is probably the big talent. I've never seen actually a serve machine or a serve bot. I don't know.
There's some stands like 3 meters high, and then you put the machine on. So Spin Shot actually has that, you know, the green ball machine.
Okay, I didn't know. I have never seen this.
Yeah, they sell this very high stand. Then you put the machine on with some kind of pulley, and then it shoots from the top. Yeah.
That's interesting. That sounds very funny.
I don't know. Probably just a flat one.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. I mean, slice, and maybe a kick is possible, maybe with a little bit curve, a little bit topspin.
Yeah, but it doesn't go sideways, right?
Yeah. That's true. True. So one more question: how long does the machine will last on court? Because it's of course not connected with a cable to the electricity. How long are we talking? Is the machine able to work?
We are using a completely different approach to the battery. So all the standard ball machines have a mostly internal battery, and then they need to be charged, right? So the machine is not operational at that time. We're using a different approach where you can use a click-in battery, which holds around 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, 1 to 2 sessions, and then you can quickly just swap it out, and the machine is still operational. So overall, you get more out of it than if you would need to wait 4 or 5 hours for the battery to charge, for instance.
Got it. So you can just have an exchange battery.
Yes.
Open the case, put a new battery, and keep grinding. Oh, Toni, are you still here? Toni's gone. We'll continue here. I mean, I lost the connection with Toni. Toni, where are you? Toni just left. He's checking his batteries if there are still batteries back. He needs to also re-click his battery. Okay. Yeah. The new battery pack is in your body. That sounds good. Okay, perfect. Okay, one more question from the chat: are there only tiny adjustments to make for different surfaces? Is clay harder to deal with or grass?
We haven't actually tested on grass yet. We tested on clay courts, we tested on hard courts, and on carpet. Yes. Because here in Slovenia we don't have grass, only one grass court, I think, and we haven't been able to test on it yet. But yes, the behavior of the machine is a bit different, and everything is handled internally in the code, in the software. So it makes no change for the user.
What is it? I mean, on grass it's probably tough because it also kind of, I don't know how, because if I look at the wheels, it's weird for me to think that the machine can go sideways with these kind of wheels, because it looks like, I don't know what you're doing there, but it looks great, by the way. But I think it's also for the grass, it might destroy the grass a little bit, because of course with grass courts you always need to be very careful. I'm not sure if with the moving of the machine will cause the court, and the greenkeeper will probably not happy to be seen one of the robots destroying the grass or running around there. But yeah, that has to be tested. I don't know what is the weight of the machine approximately with the balls?
23, 25 kilos
Okay.
is the machine. Yeah, way. Yeah.
And what is the height? Because here, okay, it looks. What is the height like? Like it's tough to. What are the measures from the product?
Yes, it's super tiny actually. I was a bit
Okay.
surprised when I was building the machine, and the first time I brought it to the court, it was like a small little dot
Yeah.
on the court. Yes. It's so this front dimension is 0.3 meters, so 30 centimeters.
Okay.
And the
Wow.
height and the length and the height is half a meter. So it's very compact. It's half the size of the Slinger bag. Exactly.
So it's half of the size of a Slinger. Okay. I'm just putting the video once again for the viewers that are coming a little later here. Just see one more time, like the little bit moving, the moving Sportbot. That's as you just said. Yeah, it's true. It's not really big. It's 100%. So interesting. Because with the Slinger, also, of course, it's not easy to try to take it in your car and get it out. Of course, it's big and has like more space also, but or takes also a lot of space. That's for sure. Then will you be able to put a jumping feature in the future?
Jumping.
Yeah, jumping feature. Asking for a serve, maybe, or Ananya? I don't know what the question is. Like where the question goes.
But I think it would make the robot more responsive. That it would do split steps, right?
That will be fun. But no, I'll probably put a serve. I mean, jumping that it will serve from a little bit above, but that's like that's a long way to go to find the ball machine that's moving right to left and then also jumping. I mean, of course, it's possible. I'd say it's possible. Yeah. We've seen like a lot of robots out there right now. What they can do is amazing, but then you won't find the machine for 3,000 to 4,000 years. I think then.
Yeah, so that's the challenge there. Everything can be made these days, but at what price, right? And
yeah.
Are the people able to prepared to pay the price?
And then Larsi asked, maybe the bot got a hidden rage mode you can control from the app.
Yeah, maybe you'll have to find that out when testing.
Yeah, exactly. So how often did you play already with the machine? Like, of course, you're testing probably like new features. Like, how long or how often did you practice with the machine yet?
This summer, all summer, and last year. So mostly condensed right now this summer because the courts here in Slovenia are open.
Yeah.
So 3-4 times a week, of course.
Does it have a nickname? The machine? Do you have a nickname for it?
No, it's just a Sportbot.
It's just a Sportbot. But I can imagine like you, of course, like going back home with the machine and then opening it again and improving some stuff. Yeah, you need to like you definitely have a special relationship to that little boy. Like, are you like taking it in the evening with you in the bed or?
Yes, it's a special relationship, right? You need to take care of the kids.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can just imagine because as you said, it's like so many years already that you like waking up and like this is kind of the thing that you're working for. So at the moment, like what are you working at the moment? You're studying something or what is your?
I've finished the master's degree in mechanical engineering, and now I'm focusing on this. So this is the main focus for me right now. Completing this and putting it on the market, and then spreading the machine and helping players and coaches. That's my mission.
Okay. That's great. I said I can't wait to try it out once I'm in Slovenia. I'll definitely hit you up and I want to play it, and then I want to also hit some balls with that machine. One more question from the chat is how does the machine read the court? Does it use GPS or a map, something else, or is that confidential?
This is a very yes. This is the most advanced stuff for this ball machine, and also the most difficult challenge to tackle. Actually, to know for the machine to know for itself where on the court where on the court it is. It uses a lot of different sensors and then combines these sensors in an algorithm and then processes this to know. Because you can shoot the machine, you can shoot the ball into machine, you can twist it a bit, and you don't want the machine to start shooting balls onto the neighboring court, right?
On the grandma next
yes,
court, yeah.
Yes. So this is this is a hard engineering topic, but I see that your viewers have some engineering background, which is
oh, my viewers, they have like you don't know, like if I stream like what the questions they come up with, that sometimes you're like, okay, wow, this is impressive. Anyway, what are the sensors that the machine got? Like, what are the sensors that that the machine uses for kind of tracking? Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah, sure. It's motion detection, and there's some line sensing going on, and some other stuff. But these are the main ones.
So the line, he will see if he passes a line, he will know, okay, this is the line, which is approximately like 3.5 meters.
Like a safety mechanism not to go to court number 2 and start playing with the neighbor.
No, I mean, I'm just thinking if the machine gets out of control and just going left, and then just runs like in a. There's some tennis sites that just have like 4 or 5 courts straight with no fence in between, and he's just running, and then you're just chasing him down. But as I said, he's not the fastest now, so you'll probably be able to surpass him and take him back. But definitely interesting. So what is as you just said, you say this is one of the biggest challenges to know to let the machine know where it is at the moment on the court. What else is like really a tough topic where you were like breaking your head and you were like, oh man, this is very hard. Is there anything else that you really struggled with?
It was the motor control for the launchers. We really wanted to make this high quality because it can also do lob shots, and it can change from spin to slice in 2 seconds, right? Which, if you look at any ball machine, I'm quite sure they can do that.
I mean,
you do spin,
it takes time till they
turn it off. Okay, slice. So we really wanted to make sure this is as realistic as possible for these first machines. So this was, again, a lot of details that were quite difficult to implement. But everything can be done with enough perseverance.
Yeah, I understand. So, like, is there like how many other people are helping you with the process of the engineering? And as you said, with the motor was tough. Like, how many people are helping you at the moment in certain areas, or you're doing 90% and more by yourself?
It's four people right now, which are working on this, but it's project based. I'm a mechanical engineer, but I've also did electronics and the code and so on. But now I got help with these areas because you also need to build a business around.
That you choose the colors black and yellow, actually, because I'm a Borussia Dortmund fanatic. So you did a great job in choosing these colors. Is there a plan to have it in different colors, and you can like kind of like style it yourself at some point?
Sure, yeah. If there's a request, we can do it. There's no problem.
That should be, I mean, making a different color. I think that also should be not the biggest problem. So guys, for you coming a little later in, we were talking out here about the Sportbot, the first moving ball machine. And this is the founder that came up with the idea, Toni, that just started in Corona times to build, trying to build a ball machine that is moving right and left while hitting the balls, and just kind of being able to create a realistic rally kind of. So once again, if you have some questions, we will do a little bit more of the stream and answer some questions in the chat. So if you have any questions for Toni, then put them in chat. I'm trying to read them out loud so Toni can answer.
Great questions so far.
Say it again.
Great questions so far from the chat.
Definitely. One question from me, like, can you explain it short for an idiot like me? Like, how does it work with these wheels? if they look like that, the thing goes sideways. Like how is that because I've never seen kind of these wheels.
Okay, so there's a wheel, and you can see there's a wheel inside the wheel at an angle.
Yes.
Okay, there's just small rollers, right?
Yeah.
And these are actually positioned like so in a triangle.
Yes.
And you see these small rollers, they are pointing towards the left side of the machine. And if you push those two together, it goes forward.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
Yes.
So these two forces are equal, so they're zero, and this one add up, so they go.
Okay.
They go,
and sideways the same. So okay, then like the front wheel goes backwards and the back wheel goes frontwards.
Yes. And then it can move left, right, front, left, and also rotate on the spot, and also diagonal. So.
And then, now we need to be careful with the. Now we need to be careful with the grandmas again on court number. Accepted by your like friends? How was the idea, the invention accepted from your people?
They were very supportive. Of course, at first, no one knows if the project is going to be, because to get an idea and then execute on it are totally different things, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean,
I had an idea of, okay, in the Corona, I'm going to build this and this and this, and it's going to move and it's going to simulate. Everyone says, okay, this is great, but okay, let's see if you can do it. But the breaking point was last summer when I introduced this to the local courts, and I shot some videos, which is actually where I got a lot of support, and which was also a breaking point for me, where I decided to pursue this more seriously, more professionally, and that there's potential to build a business around and to create a product for the market. So last summer was this breaking point.
Okay, I mean, as I said, like you're not the first one that have the idea of making a ball machine that's moving. I think there's probably hundreds of people that had the idea, but yeah, it's so hard to really start the project because, of course, I can imagine how much money you need to invest of really starting to get somewhere, and you never know if maybe Slingerback has already that thing prepared, and then Slingerback brings it out, sells like thousands of units
machines,
for the half price, and then you bring your machine and you say it's 3,500, and people saying what, the Slingerback just brings out a half price and it's even better. So sorry, take care, enjoy your last 4 years, but I'm out. This is the tough part, and that's why
that's a huge risk. That's a huge risk I decided to take with the project.
No, that's great. That's great. I like people that takes risk, and I hope it gets rewarded. I'll definitely support you on this one. Has a pro player or some like known person like tried and used the ball machine back at home where you are?
We're testing here with junior players right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and it proved to be a reliable equipment for junior players. So this is a big step for us because we want to go to that competitive sphere, advanced recreational players and junior players for this first iteration of robots. So having this confirmation was a great boost for this project overall. Yeah.
How fast is the fastest ball that the machine can throw out?
120 kilometers per hour.
120 kilometers per hour. Okay, that's quite a bit. So if you're standing in front of the machine, it might hurt.
Might hurt, yeah. Might hurt the grandma on the second court.
That grandma is in trouble, I'm telling you. No, but for sure, 120 is tough. I mean, 120. I mean, if probably most of us, like at least the recreational players, they won't be able to hit a 120 forehand or backhand. So if this guy launches the rocket, I mean, Alcaraz needs to be taking care of his shots when he's challenging the Sportbot. But yeah, that's interesting. And also about the slice, like I've never seen a ball machine that can produce slice. Actually, I mean, I was never into the ball machine kind of business, and I know the old ball machine, you could change the bottom motor that it turns the other way around, that you could produce a slice. But just imagining, okay, how does the ball float and how much slice has it? Is it realistic for? Yes. Would you say it's really realistic? Like if yes. It's really okay. The slices, you say if you play the slice, it could be you or the machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have the side one, right?
Yeah. This is
sometimes when you go to slice, you bring a little side spin on it.
Yes.
This one is a flat for now, but of course it can be upgraded.
But this stuff. I mean, if it has backspin, I mean, the side spin is just a like. Thing that not really many people do, or some do it because they have a different technique and they used to do it all the way. But I mean, if it's a clear backspin, that's in my opinion totally fine for it. So guys, one or two last question before we wrap it up here. Was there a moment when Toni wanted to stop the project because some things did not work as he wanted to? I mean, ups and downs during the invention. I mean, these things definitely. I mean, Toni, take us in your worst moment.
Of course. Worst moment, failure on the court, battery sparks at home. There were many different melton plastic in hot environment. There was a lot of difficulties, of course, but that's all part of the process. It's how we learn, it's how we progress, it's how we get better. So I'm happy for all those moments.
Yeah, 100%. And this is like what every big champ says. Like if you fail, then fail again, fail better. I mean, Stan said that, and that's exactly what needs to be done. I mean, failure is just a failure if you make it a failure. Otherwise, it's just one step closer to succeed and to success. So
now I actually changed my mindset to that level that I'm a bit happier when I see a mistake. As opposed to when I get it right the first time, because I know there's something behind lurking if I get it the first time.
No, 100%. That's true. Another question comes in. Have you thought about adapting it for other things? For instance, to shoot balls out for dogs to play fetch with?
Yes, of course. If it's not too expensive for that, you can use it. But only if you use.
I'll take a ball machine. I'll take a ball machine. I stay in my apartment and I say to my dog, hey, it's raining outside. You go today with Sportbots and you're sitting there with the app and let this guy run around and shoot some balls. That's interesting. I mean, for pickleball, it could be interesting, or for other kind of similar like tennis sports.
Paddle is also very, very popular right now, which could be used for training.
I mean, paddle, of course, of course, court is a little shorter. There's a lot of smashes in paddle, so that's probably
that's true.
The tough part. But of course, just to feed. Once again, the precision of feeding, because of course on paddle, if the ball bounces and you let it bounce to the wall, and from the wall it comes back, and then you kind of will try to make it the best way possible. If you have exactly the same feed, or that ugly ball that goes right in the corner and hits like two glass walls, and the ball machine can exactly, once again, make it so perfectly that you just can make it so precise. And I think, I mean, even with that one, you can go to the paddle court and produce it, because the paddle ball is almost the same like a tennis ball.
Yeah.
And if you can adjust like spin and speed and like the curve. That should you can just take it to the paddle court. So that's also great for paddle people. But that's your business, that's your strategy, that's your marketing strategy. But think about paddle, because with that thing you can, because with a ball machine, I'm not sure with a ball machine if you can really go to the paddle court, because it's tough, because the Slinger, I can see, probably has some issues, because you cannot, with a shorter range, the ball, you need to make it slower, otherwise it goes directly to the wall. And I think that's also definitely a market that you should look into, but that's just my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah.
Perfect. Toni, that was almost a 45-minute talk about your invention, the Sportbot. I can't wait for seeing that out on the court. Let's see when I'm be testing it. Maybe I'm coming over I'm in Dresden, so the drive is I don't know. Where are you based? Where are you based?
Kamnik, it's a bit. It's 20 kilometers north of Ljubljana, the capital city.
Okay. Yeah. I know Alias is in Ljubljana, no? He's is he living in Ljubljana? Alias Bedene?
Who?
Alias Bedene. He was top 100 player.
Yes. He's close there. Do you know him?
Yeah.
Do you guys
No, I was, exactly. I was at the Australian Open with my player, and the coach that also worked with him was also helping my player. So we were going out for dinner. So I know him.
Oh, great.
I know him quite well, and I know that he was practicing in Ljubljana, but I didn't know if he was really living very close there as well.
Perfect. Yeah, he is. He does. Yeah.
So, but Ljubljana is also a very nice city. I heard, very beautiful. So maybe I'll make a weekend there, and then I'm trying the ball machine and trying to beat the ball machine. That's I think what I'm doing.
Please do. You're welcome, and any viewer that's watching this and commenting is also very welcome to visit and test the machine.
Perfect, guys. That's good news for you. Go check him out on Instagram. The Instagram channel, I'll send it. Or if you have the link, you can send it into the chat. Also, kind of trying to find it real quick. Otherwise, yeah, I'll have it. Here I have it already. So there you go. Link is in the chat in 3, 2, 1. There you go. Go check that link on Instagram. Show him some love. Subscribe to his Instagram, and you will be updated when the machine comes out. And when Schrambini is playing with the machine, you will see probably a reel or something. So go and check that guys out and give this engineer that takes a lot of risk some love. That would be appreciated. Toni, thanks again for tuning in here and for joining the live. I got a lot of questions, and we got a lot of questions, and I think we got them perfectly answered from you. Very nice talk with you. Thanks a lot for your time and for your patience. And wish you...
Thank you also.
No worries, Toni. I wish you all the best for the future, and can't wait that the machine goes out there and I'll see the first people testing it and trying it, and wish you all the best. So that was it for today. Thanks, Toni. I'll see you hopefully soon somewhere, maybe in Ljubljana. And thank you very much, Toni. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So guys, that was Toni with the invention of the Sportbot, the big guy behind me, or more or less small guy, as he just said. It's just half size of the Slinger bag. It's just 30 centimeters wide and half a meter tall. First moving ball machine. Interesting project, interesting stuff. Thanks very much for joining the stream. That was another interview that we're doing here on the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel if you have not done that yet. My way is all the way to Monte Carlo now. Travel is on, and I'll see you maybe with a live stream from the courts from the Rolex Monte Carlo Masters site. I'll see you soon, guys. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and I say, as always, ciao, ciao.